Ladies and
You've called
gentlemen,
me since 2003.
you shut up, Bill. People don't know that. This is Bill Burr, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, I'm Bill Burr. Now, Kevin Hart was somebody that I thought I was friends with, but I realized quickly that he just needed a spot at Dangerfields. And then he booked a pilot, and I don't think I talked to him again. I had like kids, and I didn't hear from you.
Bill Burr, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting to the mind of Bill Burr.
Bill was late for his own podcast.
Bill, are you ready for this? This is the best part that I think. This is what's mind blowing that people are going to love. Bill Burr.
You have your own name on your sweatshirt.
Well, outside of that, I mean,
When are
I
you
don't
going to
know why
stop
you don't.
branding, Kev? We know who you are.
Just in case you didn't, Bill, I wore a shirt to remind you. What's the big deal, man? All right, it's just a shirt.
Hoodie with Kevin Hart. I hand out hoodies to homeless people because I care about downtown LA. Go see Jumanji Part 19. The studio system has ruined you.
Bill is not angry, first of all, to our listeners. Bill is not an angry person. Bill is a very happy person. Bill is a married man. He's a father now. Congrats on that, Bill, by the way.
I got 2 kids. I had another one. I was going to call you, but I knew you wouldn't return the call.
No.
I don't think my last movie did well enough to have you send over your little heart of the city fruit basket, you piece of
What are you
shit.
talking about? I would have sent you a bottle of Hart wine from the vineyard. What are you talking about, man? I told you. It would have got there. Bill,
I love you in the vineyard.
Can we tell the people, Bill,
Bill,
that you and
get out there and stomp on the grapes?
Yeah, I do. So I do. Bill and I did a pilot, ladies and gentlemen. We did a pilot for Comedy Central.
It was called Heart of the Shitty, and it wasn't picked up.
Yeah, yes, let me clear this up. This is before I got big. Bill and I did a show.
It was, you were like, it was right before, no, you were already starting to blow up. And I remember there was a moment where we were actually going to tour together. We were going to do the black and white tour because I was almost ready to go to theaters. You had just started going to theaters. And then a week later, you went to arenas. And that's when you stopped calling me.
No.
That's when it was, Kev.
I stopped calling you after the show didn't get picked up because I felt like you me. I said, Bill.
Going up to the clubs until 4 a.m. and then showing up thinking you're going to Eddie Murphy your way through it and start improvising. You took that whole thing down with you. I'm still bitter about it.
Bill, I would love if we could get our hands.
To get screwed over by Viacom.
Do you think I'm willing to bet you, Bill, I can probably get my hands on that pilot? I'm willing to bet you I can, man. I would love to get my hands on that pilot just for you and I, because we can't show it. We can't do shit with it.
How much fun was it? But Bruce McCullough, you and me, dude, that was so much goddamn fun.
I will say this, man. Bill Burr, for those who do not know it, as of late, I mean, Bill, you're popping up all over the place as far as acting. But the Staten Island movie, what's the name? With Pete Davidson. What's the title of it, Bill?
I don't know. It was called Jumanji Part.
Wasn't called Jumanji. That's my movie. What was it called, man?
Get Hard.
That's another one of my movies, Bill.
Wait, I get it.
King of Staten Island.
Soul Plane.
Those are my movies. God damn it! He said United Airlines. What was it called, Bill?
It's called The King of Staten Island.
Did you ever play any sports?
No. I played baseball. I played a little bit of football, and I played pond hockey.
What the is that?
Jesus, Kev. Kev, you know something? If you don't know something, it's okay. Nobody's.
What the is that? Pond hockey? What is that?
Well, there's a pond, and when it used to get cold enough before global warming, you would go out and you'd play pickup hockey. It was the shit.
Oh, sounds safe.
It was the shit. This is what you do. You take the biggest rock you can find, and you throw it up in the air, and if it landed on the ice and slid, and no crack, a couple of cracks, you were fine. That's how you would test it.
That, to me, is insane. And that shows what the kids today are lacking. There is none of that. The kids don't have the balls to play like that today. It doesn't exist.
I don't know. I think they're just doing new, different, dangerous things. You've seen these kids, they do these front flips and back flips and
I see kids skyscrapers. I see kids
TikTok. That's what I see. I see kids TikTok, IG. I see them live stream. I don't see kids do that. I can't tell you the last time I've seen my kids go outside without me making them go outside with me or for us to do something. My kids don't just say, we're going outside.
In defense of them, if we had what they had, we wouldn't have gone outside either.
Rightfully so. And I think, of course, that's part of the problem.
Dude, video games were 2 lines with like a ball.
Yeah.
I mean, this shit, they're in the world.
Yeah, the creative is out of this world for them. All right, with that being said, as a parent, does that make you want to pull back some of the things that are available for your kids to use and play with today? Are you going to be one of the parents that's no games?
I'll try to do my best to have a balance, because you don't want your kid to be like dressed like a Quaker and churning butter. That's just a recipe for an ass kicking at school. They got to know what's going on.
Yeah.
But both of my kids are going to know how to drive. I have an old truck. I have a 68 F100 that shifts 3 on the tree, 3 on the column.
Okay.
They're going to know how to do that. They're going to know how to change the oil on it.
What's important? Like what's important that you feel that
knowing how to catch and throw a ball, knowing how to hit a ball. You know,
true story. You ready for this, Bill? True story.
Learn how to ride a dirt bike, like knowing how to ride a motorcycle and shit. I like that Rambo stuff. Like, you know, when you watch like Rambo, they used to always make a joke how no matter what mode of transportation he showed up to, he knew how to use it.
Knew how to do it.
Yeah. So I would like them to be able to do as much as of that type of stuff, to just kind of see like a world outside of the house. Because I definitely, you know, I learned how to braid my daughter's hair, right? Because I just didn't want to be her white dad, you know? So.
I can tell you that a friend of mine, this is like one of the most embarrassing things that I've ever seen, right? And he just had to laugh about it. I was like, yo, you know, me and my family, we got bikes. We love to go out, man, and we ride. We go to like these little bike paths, and we'll do like, you know, just a nice little family ride. I said, you should come. My friend's got like 4 kids. He's like, you know what? Yeah, that would be cool. We've never done anything like that. Let's do it. He says, I got to get his bikes. I said, well, come on, go down to the bike store. I said, my guy there, he'll give you guys like a nice little discount and stuff. So we go down there to get the bikes. His son is like 16 years old. He gets the bike. The whole family's ready to go. His son gets on the bike. Bill, his son could not ride a bike. I looked at him. I said, are you kidding me? I said, you never taught him how to ride a bike? By the way, my friend is filthy rich. Filthy.
What he is?
He says, Kev, he says, you know I'm a great father. He said, but this just made me realize that I missed some things. He had to say, I can't go today. Spent the day teaching his 16-year-old son how to ride a bike.
Dude, I'm not going to lie to you. That right there is my biggest fear as a father.
That's a real thing.
I don't want to miss any of that stuff. And what I love, what I've been able to change, right? Because every generation, you know, you want to change, keep the stuff that work, changes. What I love about my kids is my kids are not afraid of me. They respect me, but they're not afraid of me.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was growing up, you were afraid of your dad.
Absolutely.
Your dad came home. He came in the front door. You went out the back door. Like you just avoided that dude. If he was talking, everybody had to shut up
and listen.
Yeah. So, and I've realized that so much of my anger came from the way I'm built and then being in that overbearing old school style. Because my dad's a great dad. It's just like there weren't like videos teaching you how to be a better. He learned it. Sit down, shut the up. You know? Well, why do I have to? Because I said so. Like it's just like you do that to somebody for 18 years, they're gonna come out a little resentful. Then the greatest shit, this is the greatest shit, is then when you bring that shit up later in life, in your 30s, to your parents, they always just say the same, I never did that.
My dad.
And what I've learned, this is what I've learned. This is what I've learned, dude, is my perception of my childhood and my parents' perception of my childhood, neither one of those is true.
Wow.
It's somewhere in the middle, because kids put an unfair amount of weight on their parents because their parents are their universe. So little things to them.
Wow.
Hey, can I get this car? No, come on. No, stop it. Like, that's your world. Like, but that was the car I wanted. Yeah, and then like they're in their 30s, and I wanted that car. And then they're sitting there going, like, I had 5 kids. I was just trying to get through the day. So I think what I learned from that is I have to understand that little things are big things to my kids. So all I have to do is listen and, let them say what they have to say, assess what they're saying. Obviously, if I still don't want them to be able to do something, if I don't think it's right, I'll still say no, but I will listen to them. And then if I apologize. So
well,
like
my dad is on key. Same thing. Same exact thing you're saying. Right. But it's like my dad doesn't have any realization of the shit that he did. Now, me and my brother, we don't really give a fuck. My brother was the one who was really affected.
No, I don't think people know that we met through
dating app.
Randy
To tell me that you're singing your jokes at a Panera Bread place.
April 18th, I'll be at Vibrato.
Oh, Vibrato
Jazz Club.
Can you sing us a joke or something that you're doing? Maybe.
Yes, sure. Bill Burr likes it in the butt, gently, when you squeeze his left nut. Ow, the blood flows out of his butt wherever he goes.
Hey, you're going to open with that?
No.
That feels like a middle of the set.
You're the one.
When you
you're
bring
the one
it down.
Who's opening.
Oh! My biggest fear was not learning how to fly it. It was ground school and the test, and because I did not do well in school, so I didn't think. But I also,
surprise.
John, whenever you lash out at me like that, I just know it's all self-loathing. Okay, and you can come in here with your Tony Curtis haircut and act like you're just the bee's knees, and I just don't buy it. Tony Curtis. There's another guy. There's another guy that went to Nordstrom's.
That I have hair and you don't? Like it's my fault.
No, there's just something about the way
I didn't give you my genes. I have nothing to do with it. Being like 100.
No.
Off camera, doesn't even exist.
There's a lot of women that are into that. It's a fetish. They call them pelicanos. Like furries. They're into people with...
son of a bastard.
No, your face has...
I just got to stay forward.
Your face has its own neck pillow. It must be nice when you get on a plane.
Well, my grandmother
when you go like
had
this, your neck fat just kind of catches you before...
I know, it's true and it's sad. I don't know where this came from. I really don't. I'm thinking maybe it's because I eat too much, but I highly doubt it. I just think I breathed in really hard once and too much air, and it went, and then it just stuck.
Dizzy Gillespie had a neck like that, but it was because he played the trumpet and changed music.
That was his cheeks.
You, on the other hand, have that because you eat cake at night.
No, pastries.
Salt peanuts. This is basically... You're one of my favorite people in this business because this is all we do, is we just give each other shit. Yeah. And I have been having a field day with, the Gaza.
We've never done it in person, though. It's always on
the Gaza. I've been having a field day texting you
Oh, here we go.
Annoying things about the Gaza Strip.
Well, let's just call this episode The Jew and the Nazi. Let's just get down to it. We do it in text. We've never done it face to face.
I'm just presenting.
And I told you I'm bringing my howitzer.
Oh, God.
Boom. Go ahead.
No, I just mentioned.
Let the games begin.
We like to discuss world politics and ways to solve them, or possible sources for the conflict.
You know, I
have to be honest with you. I never had a problem with Jews until I met you, and then I was like, now I get it. What was Gavin?
You know, the way we...
What was Gavin McLeod like?
He was like you, bald.
When you, I think you were confused because it was actually good, and your thoughts of me is that I'm horrible. And I know you joke around about it a lot, but I know that that's coming from someplace.
Well, deep down, you are horrible. This is your whole act. Albert Einstein's a genius. What do you think, Bill? I don't. Is he? Is it really? Really? Oh, you wake up in the morning and you brush your teeth. Bill Burr takes it up the butt. You wake up in the morning and you brush your hair. Bill Burr takes it up the butt. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3, as simple as ABC. You wake up in the morning and you take a breath of air. Bill Burr takes it up the butt. Bill, your act is so funny, I forgot to laugh.
You know, I don't know who forgot to put the ice packs under your eyes today, but I'm really getting tired of looking at that. What do you think of
blonde? Because I understand you recently transitioned, and I think it's great. You know, what'd they do? Chop your and punch a hole, and you go, "I'm good to go." And then you go home to your wife. She's like, "Well," she goes, "Bill, I don't know what to say, but you chopped your but it looks bigger than ever." Bill has a penis and now it's an innie.
This is just your dysfunctional way of saying that you like me.
Yeah, it is. You know, I could go directly to the issues with your father, the dentist, but I think that's below the belt.
No, go ahead. Yeah, then I'll talk about your dad who built a hospital and then had you.
Yeah.
Who didn't do much of anything. All right, go ahead.
Your dad's a dentist. Did he forget to teach you how to floss? Jesus Christ. Your breath is so bad, my dog's throwing up, and he's sitting down there on the floor. And your turn.
I love the "and your turn."
And scene.
I heard your dad didn't die of natural causes. I heard he saw your act and went home and killed himself. So he wouldn't have to see the second show. And back to you.
BB. By the way, your first name is Wilbur. So when
it's William.
No, it isn't. It's Wilbur. You were Wilbur. Wilbur Burr.
What's your first name? Jacob?
Jonathan.
You changed your first name so you could work in show business. You didn't change Lovitz.
I'm
saying you're dumb.
Why
didn't you change your name to John O. Lovitz? Maybe
like David O. Sells. Maybe you
could sell some tickets in the red states.
I was going to give you a compliment.
You don't know how to do that.
No, I saw you on Joe Rogan, and you were talking about the coronavirus.
Yeah.
You were sitting there with your, trying to be all, hip, but not really, but trying hard, but acting like you're not trying hard with your cigar. And you go, I'm not going to sit here with you. And I love Joe, and I think he's very...
I get you're going to trash me. Just get on to it.
No, I'm not trashing Joe. You just said, I'm not going to sit here with we're not going to sit here with no medical degree and say what's the cause and cure of COVID. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It's like finally he's admitting that he's an idiot. It's refreshing.
Living in the state at the time, and it scared the shit out of me. We actually agree, and you're still yelling at me. Don't stare at me like I'm all of a... You know what?
Why are you trying to make me cry?
Classic abuse. You don't have that emotion. You don't have access to that. You know when you cry?
It's not my fault you went bald. I had nothing to do with it. Blame somebody else.
Listen, if you think your hair system is fooling anybody, you've had that receding hairline for 40 years and it hasn't moved. You took the back off of your hair off of your back and you stuck it on your head, and now you're sitting here acting like you're better than me. You're not. You're not.
I am.
Hey, ball don't lie. The ball don't lie.
Right. You can say that to yourself all day long. But the fact is, deep in your heart, we both know, I am better than you.
Can you please pop your collar
and you're
when
gonna start
you do that?
crying? What's it like having someone sit across from you and you go, my God, I've met my match. I rip people all the time on stage. They laugh. But this guy comes back like a howitzer. There's nothing I can say that he doesn't have
Wait a second.
come back. Boom, boom, boom. You're like, oh my God, I thought it was just me. Just me, just me. Well, it ain't.
Are you writing your own good review here? I knew we would have nice back and forth. I didn't realize it was so one-sided.
What do you mean? I'm saying you're hysterical. But
No,
I'm
you're
saying I'm coming back at you, and you don't know what to do. So you go to the bottom, the butt, the pit, the depths, the nuts, the below the belt.
What are you talking about? You've been singing about me taking it in the ass like from the beginning. You immediately went bodily fluid jokes. Don't act
I
like
said
you're,
what? That you what?
Don't act like you have a higher brow comedy than I do.
I said that. I would never say that.
Stop staring at me like you know how to fight. Although, you've had a couple of scraps in your life, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
You got your fist all balled up? Huh? You ready to go?
Good thing you pulled your hand away because I almost killed you.
I don't want to have that eczema or whatever that's on your knuckles. Is that from jerking off in Alaska?
No, you fraud. It's psoriasis.
You have psoriasis? I can't tell you how much that just made me happy.
And you have alopecia. So what's the difference? Do you have to change your, like, in an arena, like your timing, as if you were in a, say, like an improv club? Would you have to do anything different? And if so, what?
No. No,
Well,
the sound systems are amazing now, so you don't have to do that. It's not like back in the day when they used to bounce off the back and then come at you. You don't.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know why you need this information. You're never going to play an arena.
No shit. That's why I want you to open for you so I could. You know, I'd seen bands, but I'd never been on the stage. And it was, Madison Square Garden is like 19,000 people. And I think when you did it was like 18,000. This was 19,000. And it was like amazing.
That is so petty.
It was so.
Where's the warmth? Where's the guy? When I watched your VHS tape that your agent sent
did you
me,
forget
that your
the name?
agent sent me, that your agent sent me, and I popped that into one of the last VCRs in Los Angeles, and I watched your set at that Elks Club. I saw a young man with one chin that was warm and respectful to his audience, and then you come in, this abomination.
Yeah, let me just say something to you. Right behind you is a sign. It says, all things comedy. What are you doing? Can you start being funny? Because I think if people are going to listen to this, they're going to go, Bill won, Bill won.
No, they're not. They're going to be, this is like when my wife comes on, she trashes me, they love it. And I'm enjoying it. I'm actually enjoying your pathetic attempts to try and hurt me.
We're watching all things comedy. This show is not funny.
Drops.
Say the word N-O. No. Say the word no, make it funny. Go. Tick-tock. Time's up. Now I'll go. No. And I'm laughing.
John, I don't understand you.
Nobody does.
I like you.
I don't understand me either. Well, I'm at the Laugh Factory in Vegas, and that's at the Tropicana Hotel, but they're tearing down that hotel.
That
April
hotel
2nd.
lasted 70 years until they booked you. And now they're tearing it down. And then they
used to open for me. And
a lot of people did, and then they moved on.
No, and then I said he got so
your
good.
turn. You talk about trying to look you in the eye. All I see is the tip of your nose. It's like oil tankers coming into port.
Oh,
yeah.
Your family doesn't love you.
You know what? Leonardo DiCaprio should be standing on the bridge of nose going like that.
The only reason your family was supportive is because they were hoping once you played arena acts that you'd give them a bunch of money. Now,
You f***ing
now
bastard.
dry your tears and get the
You know what? I'm
taking over. Welcome to All Things Comedy.
I'm glad your blood sugar's through the roof.
Why don't you ask me another question?
You know what? When are you going to lose your first toe from that disease?
When are you going to get wart medicine and just take this thing off right here?
Well, not I know.
In another year, you want to be able to see out of that eye the way that thing's growing.
Do you wear a one-piece bathing suit because you're ashamed of your torso?
Yes.
Don't do that. That's not fair.
Surprise.
You can't. Come on. You can't have
I
feelings.
go to the beach, I hit
All right, I'm
shirt, long
sorry.
pants, and you wear sleeves. It's like you have leprosy. And everyone makes fun of you. I can't believe you went there. Why?
Hey, do you have...
Why did you go? I'm not even kidding now, Bill. I mean, we joke, but that's too far. Acting, thank you.
Do you have your...
Try again,
Do you have
Baldy.
your...
No, I gotta go. Yeah? Well, what's Bill Burr doing now? Well, put that thing on and try slip it in. He's crying? Blood? He says it hurts? No, put it in his butt then. Now what? He's smiling. Really?
What channel is it on?
I don't know. Everything's on YouTube though. They've downloaded everything. Yes.
Oh,
Even
man.
when you had hair. Young Bill Burr. You look like Opie with the red hair and the freckles.
Goodness.
Did you want to ask me any questions? Is this an interview? Boring. But go ahead.
It's just
No, because that's
you give
true.
a f- about anything but yourself.
No.
They should have an entire wing in the Museum of Tolerance just about you. You inspired me to get in this business. I was like, at this ugly and get on TV, anybody can. John Lovitz, everybody. John, I love you to death.
I love you too, Bill.
Yeah, dude. I have an unbelievable respect for all of your work, and I can't believe that I even know you. And one of my favorite things in this business is texting back and forth with you. You're a gem, and you're look out, your dog's wagging his tail. It's so exciting. This bullshit's over. All right, have a great weekend, you guys.